Okay, so today I have a call scheduled with a Roberto from Jamaica, and he has an e-commerce business. I'm interested to hear what he's doing, and I believe he's from Jamaica. Hear what he's doing and what his plans are and what his questions are. So let's see if we can get him on here.
Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up.
Okay.
Haven't done my taxes.
All right. So
I'm too turned up.
originally, my business started as an e-commerce store.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got some product design by by some of my friends and some contractors that are graphic designers, and got got the designs and uploaded on my store, and basically mainly t-shirts, accessories, bags, and so forth are on my store. But
Okay.
I recently started selling on eBay, which I seen a lot of potential from selling on eBay.
Yeah, eBay is awesome. I've seen some people do really well selling selling on eBay. It's a different process, but there's definitely people buying on eBay.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily have to do any form of marketing or anything like that, like what I have to do with my website. So
It's all SEO. It's all about having the right pictures and the right descriptions and actually selling it a little bit better than other people on eBay.
yeah.
Awesome. What are you selling? What kind of products?
I'm mainly selling like grocery items, skincare products. Yeah, basically things that people need at this moment, this current situation that is going on in the world.
Okay, awesome. And how are you operating your business? Do you have a US company already, or are you operating it based out of using your personal accounts in Jamaica?
No, I have my US company, which that's why I'm calling you regarding it. So it's the same company that I was using with my online store. I'm using it with the eBay. So I'm using my business PayPal connected to my eBay account, and it's been going good so far.
Awesome. So I'm just curious, so what's your main way you go about selling the products on eBay? Do you focus on like writing the descriptions and having good pictures, or what's the main way you do it? I'm just curious.
Okay, so I hired a virtual assistant. So he helped me choosing the products, and he uploaded all the products. So he helped me with the description and all of that information. So I hired him, and he helped me with the products. So he did the research, find out what the people need right now, and we upload it on eBay.
Awesome. Okay. So what questions do you have for me about the LLC? I think it's about like what tax filings you have to do, right?
Yeah.
So
So
okay.
yeah. So initially in my first year, I haven't really made much income from my business. So I would say I roughly made at least maybe about $800 in my first year. So I went on Fiverr to get someone to assist me with the tax filing, and he assisted me. First, he filed the 1040 N NR form, non-residential, and I mentioned to him that the form five five to
5472. It is the form,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that form. So I mentioned that that needs to be filed because there's going to be a penalty for me, and he's telling me that I don't need to file that because it's my first year, but that is not from the information that I research and watch on YouTube. That is not accurate. So I asked him to file that form for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really interesting. The rules are really nuanced in this, and yeah, you're aware. You probably saw some of my videos too. I guess that's how you're here. Is that
Yeah.
even in the cost of opening the LLC is a reportable transaction, so that's when you'd have to file it.
Okay. And also, I called the IRS regarding
There's no way you got a hold of them. Did you talk to someone?
yeah, I did talk to someone, but he was telling me that he this is like something that is complicated and he doesn't know himself that if I need to file this form or not. He's saying that I should go to somebody private, somebody in the private firm to get some assistance. So I called IRS and he couldn't really give me any assistance regarding if I need to file it or if I don't need to file it. So
They're
it's a bit
they're
confusing.
they're very complicated forms. I know it's the concept is kind of simple. It might look simple when it's done, but there's a lot there's a lot of nuance and complication to the forms. So and there's big penalties for doing it wrong or doing it late. So it's an interesting situation. And the big firms aren't really doing the form, and middle-sized firms aren't either. So there's like you're stuck with a bunch of people like me who runs boutique style firms and just give a lot of information on the internet and stuff like that. So it's I mean, you could the guy on Fiverr might do it right. I don't know. I would definitely look into it. I mean, I don't know how to advise you on that. If you want to send me a copy, maybe I can take a look at it for you. See what he sent, what he prepared.
Yeah, I think I'll do that because I want to be on the safe side because it doesn't make sense. I try to file or I don't file and then I get this huge penalty, you know?
Yeah, it's almost better. I would say if you're gonna try, I would recommend you just not file before you file it questionably and file it wrong, because I don't think there's a way the IRS can find out who filed or who didn't file. So before filing it wrong, I would prefer just not to file because I think nothing would happen. Whereas if you file it wrong, the IRS will just send you a letter automatically if you file it like send a mess. I mean, it's going to happen a long time from now because you'll probably mail it or fax it, and I don't know when the IRS is actually going to look at these forms again. But yeah, that's really what all I can really tell you. If you can send me the form, then I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah, and I was watching one of your previous videos because I do real estate in Jamaica and
Hmm.
I am interested into buying some properties in the future. I was watching one of your videos where you were talking to someone where he mentioned that his sister have real estate in the US and she do get rental income from it.
Yeah.
And where she doesn't what I find interesting that you said that she doesn't have any form of tax to pay on it. So that sounds very interesting to me.
Real estate's a great investment here because it's really tax advantaged. You don't generally, there's a lot of ways to invest and make a lot of money in real estate and really pay no taxes. There's a lot of ways to
Okay,
do it. Yeah.
okay. So regarding that now, is would it be best for me to create a different company to do real estate and not to mix both
Uh,
companies?
yeah, my advice on the real estate is really going to be case by case. It depends how much you're going to invest. It depends what the purpose of the real estate is and things like that. There's no like real estate's a tricky thing where there's no one answer for everybody. I would recommend different things for different people.
Okay,
But generally, yes, I would have a separate entity for the real estate. If you have one that now you're operating with, I would have a separate one for the real estate.
okay, all right, great. Yeah, back to my company and regarding the filing. So I should report each transaction on the tax forms. So should it like, for instance, if I don't have the exact amount that I paid and I put an estimate, is that good enough?
What do you mean the amount you paid?
Like paid to register the company, um, how much commission I made from the sales and thereabout.
It's all about the transactions that you made between the company and yourself, and then that includes what you paid to open the company. So
Okay.
You need to know what you paid to open the company, which you should be able to figure that out. You should have a
Yeah.
receipt or something, and then whatever the company, whatever funds you used personally, or whatever you sent to yourself in Jamaica, and then those would be what the transactions you'd have to report. Is the form already prepared though? Did your person, did he do it?
Yeah, I did it. Cause it's been I've got this form done back in February. Cause it's tax time, so I wanted to get it um done and submitted, in good time.
Yeah.
So yeah, so as I mentioned in the email, one of the forms that he did was the 1120 form, which I think you said that that's needed, not the 1040.
The 1120 is the front. You file that blank. Basically, you put the basic info in, and then you file it blank, and then you attach the 5472 to the back of it.
Okay. Yeah. So regarding like you said money that is sent to me, I have a personal bank account as well in the US. So any money that would be sent to me would be sent to my US bank account, which I'm not sure if I did send any to my personal account in last year, because it was 2019. I don't believe I sent any funds to my personal account last year.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think
So it's probably just dealing with um whatever you paid to open the company is probably a safe bet.
okay. All right. So I will send you the forms that the gentleman did for me via email.
Okay, great. I'll take a quick look at them, and I'll let you know if there's anything, if they make sense or if they're wrong.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Any other questions for me?
I don't really have anything on top of my head right now, but if anything, I'll email you.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for taking the time to speak, and we'll be in touch.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye, James.
Bye. Okay, so this is my first call with someone doing an eBay business, and I've heard about these businesses. I've seen them in action before. It is a great way to do e-commerce, and um, the costs are a little bit less. You don't have to run ads for eBay, but it's a little more labor intensive, which is great for virtual assistants. So uh, let me know in the comments below if you run an eBay business, or if you have run an eBay business, or if you're interested in running an eBay business. And I'll talk to some affiliates that I know that are doing really well with this. I think they have courses, and maybe I can introduce you guys to somebody who runs good eBay business and teach you how to do it too. I think it's really interesting, and I was very close to buying an eBay course in the past and going through that, but too busy just making content and doing taxes. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments, any concerns. There's another another video about the 5472 and some questions about real estate sprinkled in. And if you thought it was interesting, if you thought it was fun, if you liked it, subscribe so you can get more of the next video and you can be on top for that one. Make sure to like and leave a thumbs up, and comment if you have any questions. And if you want to have a call with me, you can definitely schedule in the description below. The link should be in there. So looking forward to speaking with you guys, and have a great day. Thank you.